7:31, we'll call our meeting to order. And I want to say welcome to the gallery as well as our online viewers. And we have meeting before us 1498. Are there any additional agenda items? If I,
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, I've got one for, we can label a motion. The
okay,
motion.
anything else? Can I have a mover and a seconder for the agenda? Moved by Councillor Smith,
Second?
second by Councillor Fitzgerald. All those in favor? All those in favor? Contrary minded, motion carried. And before you, had the minutes of meeting 1496 are presented. Are there any errors or omissions? And if not, can I get a mover and a seconder?
Mayor, I think in our package that our recreation minutes are incorrect. I'm only getting that now because I was looking at our recreation minutes from our committee. I think we're showing up, I'm not too sure now if they're incorrect or not. This meeting, yeah.
Wait, where it has Amanda on there?
Yeah.
I got that fixed, I'll fix that up when I do up the minutes for this one.
Okay, but it's still showing, okay, good enough. Sorry, because it reflected our last rec meeting, that's why I,
Yeah, no, I got it fixed up.
Okay,
I don't
so-
sit when I was going through the agendas.
all right, thanks, Lori. Sorry, Mayor.
Okay. So can I get a mover and a seconder? We moved. So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Good. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. On to our, the meeting number 1497 of October the 6th. Are there any errors or omissions in that meeting? Can I get a mover and a seconder for that?
So moved.
Moved. Second. Okay, moving on, item number 4, business arising from the minutes.
Mayor, I have two items for meeting number 1496.
Okay,
With reference to the finance report, item number 11, our website host content. Staff was to review proposals for comparison with our current hosts. I didn't know if this occurred. Jason?
Yeah, so we did receive two quotes for the website hosting and content. Two of the quotes were actually, vastly different in what the products were going to be offered. So staff have decided we will go out, to seek what information we want to have included in potential, and include the current web host right now. But we need to kind of have a proper scope to determine what it is that we're asking the companies for. So as much as we appreciate the quotes that we did receive, they were vastly different in terms of the product offering. So I think we'll go out with some sort of RFP to make sure we actually request what it is, so that we know that we got similar quotes coming in for similar service from each of the providers.
Thank you. No?
good. Any other questions?
Yeah, so I have one more question, I guess, unless someone has a question, I guess, regarding that. But I have a question, but the Planning, Community, and Development Corporate Services minutes, this is just a suggestion. I apologize, our last meeting, I think we're just more or less in caretaker mode, so I didn't really know what we could bring up and what we could not bring up. But with respect to the zoning and item number 31, rezoning from RU to medium density, I don't know if it may be best interest on this for council to think about changing RU from all of Goose Arm Road in as far as the old, I guess it's Vision Electrical now.
Yeah.
It seems like farming in that area has become, well, more or less obsolete. So I don't know if we're going to go out for zoning anyway change. Maybe it's time that we actually look at changing Goose Arm to, as far as their, to actually medium density residential. I don't know if we can do that or not, but But I just think farming has become obsolete there. There's no more fox farms. The strawberry fields are closed. So it was just a suggestion in my point.
I think it's a great idea, and all due respect, I think if we had, even if we went back 250 feet from the center line, or 300 feet from the center line of the pavement, and zone that, because if we could fill that piece of town up with residential housing, we could have put the water and sewer in there.
Yeah,
Right now, we
100%.
just have water, there's no sewer. So I know years ago, there was a request and was denied, but I think in today's climate and farming in that area, I totally agree, it's nil,
Yeah.
that close to town. So I think it's worth the effort, worth the conversation, worth the ask.
And just,
Worth the argument if we need be.
and Counselor, what we can do, we can have for probably our next planning meeting, some kind of map to show. I mean, this is essentially, I think, how George Aaron Drive and Goose Arm Road were created.
Absolutely.
Is that at one point, it was all farmland. And I know in other areas such as Cormac, they've looked at this, where you can have a buffer near a residential road that you can have for development. And I know for a lot of people looking to buy property or develop, the first hurdle to come through is a zoning change. So, I mean, we want to go ahead and have that done. I know, Councilor Fitzgerald, we talked about Route 430, and it's where you reference this, is that
Yeah.
we've gone out and done rural community, whereas we have it zoned so that when people come forward, it's not going directly from agricultural to residential medium density. We can have a buffer, where it's rural community, where it's slated. At some point, it will be development, but it's just no one has come forward yet. So, yeah, we can certainly have something ready for a future meeting, and just let the public know that, I mean, there's a plan for town Deer Lake.
We have 2 houses there now, 2 existing houses and 2 businesses.
Yeah.
Within that
The buffer
frame
zone, yeah.
so, again, even if we could, get the land adjacent to the road that we could build houses on, that'd be fantastic. So I agree, I think we should move forward with that.
Perfect. No, I just want to make a suggestion. Just, thank you.
Anything else? Don't be afraid to ask questions. I know we got some new people here, me included, so it's, don't be afraid to ask questions. Okay, can I have a motion? You don't need a motion. Okay. Anything under new business?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion, I guess, where we have a new councillor now, so we need another signing authority and for the town Deer Lake. So I'd like to move to make a motion to have Mayor Ball put on the town Deer Lake signing authority. Yes.
Do we need a motion for that? That's moved by Councilor Jones. Can I get a seconder?
Second.
Councilor Hines. All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried.
Thank you.
Good. Anything else under new business?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I guess it's been brought to my attention that there are some, I guess, concerns with regards to Schwartz Park and the parking lot. There's some, I guess, draining issues that we've noticed over the past few days. And also, there's been some discussions about the possibility of paving that parking lot this year as opposed to waiting until next year. And the reason for that is because the curb has already been laid out. Class A is there. So we continue to snow clear there this coming winter. There could be some damage, maybe substantial damage done to our curbs. So I just wanted to put it out there that we should give some serious consideration on trying to get that paved this year. But even before that, we've got some drainage issues there that we should look at and try and correct, because we want to do it right the first time.
Yep.
We don't want to pave it and then have to go back next spring and start tearing sections out.
Totally agree. Any other comment?
So I guess after the pavement, will we get some professional, I guess, advice from, see if it was okay, and But this time of the year, I'm just
Yeah.
wondering about the wind and temperature and.
Yep, so, again, weather's closing in very quickly.
I understand the curve,
Yep.
believe you me.
Yep, but typically for asphalt base course on crush or Class A, if you get temperatures hovering around the 5-6 degree mark with, not a heavy downpour of rain or whatever, that should be doable. So hopefully we can, get temperatures higher than that. But,
You're fine for a parking lot.
yeah, fine for parking lot for sure.
And just on that note too, Mayor, we do have quotes. So the previous council had discussed the potential. It's just, again, this came up at the last meeting, prior to going into caretaker mode. So we've obtained 2 quotes. So we do have a low bid. But we have been looking at, like I said, having the issues or concerns, I guess, for the parking lot rectified.
Yeah.
We don't want to just pave it and then have the same problems we have to deal with. So before we move forward with any paving, we'll make sure that we discuss, how we're going to mitigate some of that for the pavement slate.
Everybody okay with that? Any questions? So we'll be on that tomorrow morning, first thing, okay? Anything else? Okay, let's move on to correspondence. We have the 2025 Sam Fall Regional Meetings, October 27th. Is there anybody repping out? Lori, or is that something for council review tonight?
That's the first time I've said it.
Okay, so is there anybody available on the October 27th? That meeting's in town of Pasadena. If there's any interest in somebody moving, going there, please let Lori know so we can get you.
Lori, do we know what time did they say? Because we got a council meeting that evening, so.
They're usually in
Okay, yeah.
but I can double check to
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah, it says 9:30
And I
a.m.
think 12:30 after lunch.
Monday is just too hard.
It's 9:30, 12:30. Okay, the item for the library, anything correspondence?
Yes.
So, that's been recognized, so we will follow up with them as a conversation to, I guess, get to the bottom of the issue. Yes. Okay. Great. That includes the Nora 10 contracting. On to long-range biodiversity. Is there anybody interested? Have anybody a chance to look at this? Is there any interest? And that is passed anyway. Moving right along. You wanna go there, it's too late. See you next time.
I don't think it's too late.
That expires
real soon.
the correspondence. Barring no additions, we move into our reports. Finance.
Okay, our meeting was held, the minutes are presented in front of you. Meeting was held on October the 8th. We'll go through the items on the agenda. Number 1, for marine contractors, for $56,126.55. This is deficiency work completed at the Bennett Avenue project. Recommend payment. Number 2, B&S Trucking, for $221,536.59 for the Industrial Road, Park Road realignment project. Recommend payment. Number 3, for B&S Trucking for $17,403.53, change order. Number 1, Industrial Park, recommend payment. Number 4, Meridian Engineering for $4,197.50 for the Garden Road design, recommend payment. Number 5, ADC Limited, for $6,055.96. That's Reed's Lane Culvert Design and Contract Documents. We recommend payment for this one. Number 6, for Timberstone Paving Limited, $10,533.31. This is for asphalt patching in Reginald Drive, Riverside Drive, Tower Road, West Lane, Woodford Drive, Island View Heights, and Bailey's Road. We recommend payment. Number 7, for Sanders Equipment, $7,577.98. Public Works Trackless Sidewalk Machine Computer Replacement. Recommend payment. For number 8, for Central Landscaping, for $18,975. This is the invoice for the work completed for the summer of 2025 on the Commerce Street Annex Planter Box Main Street area. We recommend payment. For number 9, for Marine Contractors of $521,657.80. Progress payment number 11 for the main dam project. Recommend payment. Number 10, for M&L for $500 sponsorship at the Cornwall. The M&L will be hosted in Cornwall. This is the $500 donation we did in the past when it's in the western area. We recommend payment for this. Number 11, for All Rock Consulting, $4,315.96. 2025 paving project quality control and testing. Recommend payment. For the Marine Contractors, $480,339.48. This is for 2025 paving project Farm Road Main Street Gas Tax application submitted of $303,144.77. The old back is 10% for deficiency review, and tender for paving closed July 31st, and Marine Woods lowest bidder. Number 13, for B&S Trucking for $326.77.85.13 for Sports Park redevelopment. Progress payment number 2. Old back 10% for deficiency review. Number 14, for B&S Trucking for $43,470 for change order for number 1 for Sports Park. Recommend payment. Number 15, for B&S, $4,554 for change order number 2 for Sports Park. Recommend payment. And for number 16, B&S Trucking for $1,725, change order number 3 to Sports Park. Recommend payment. So I move that we accept the Finance Committee report for October 8th as presented.
Moved by Councilor Jones,
Second?
second by Councilor Fitzgerald. Any questions?
Just a comment there. I'm glad you got signing authority, because he was sick as a dog signing all that.
Anybody
not
that
over.
spent $1.7 million in their first meeting.
I took extra blood pressure pill before I came in.
Mr. Mayor, the drainage issues there with what Mr. Smith discussed, is that part of the project that was done?
That one's left to be determined. That's not fixed yet.
But is it on the contractor that did the work?
It would be.
Yeah, we're going to have to review what we have with the design and
Okay.
determine if they did follow the grading plan that was there. But if it is, yeah, it'll be known as deficiency, but if it's done to spec, Yeah.
And that is what it'll come from?
yeah.
So is there a drainage issue? I've never heard of the drainage issue.
So we've noticed that during heavy rainfall events late last week, Councillor Fitzgerald, that we had a lot of water was pooling near the entrance to Bennett Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah, and we did notice a concern with the sod that was placed along that ditch line. So there
Okay.
has been water collecting in that area as well. So we do know that sod and topsoil, I guess, is above and beyond the scope that was
Yes.
requested for that area. So that's the two areas that were of concern, was pooling water near Bennett Avenue. And it's an area actually where the storm sewer pipe runs underneath the parking lot. It's in a corner there right before its outfall. There was water collecting there, so we just want to make sure that all the grading was done properly.
Yeah, so even after it's paved, there's still potential issue there for ponding of water.
Yeah.
As you're aware, there was no curb put in that area.
Yeah, no, because it's just supposed to be a granular shoulder. That's,
But
yeah, but definitely when we go to repave,
Yeah,
like,
and again, like, the grading is there, but has it been done,
'Cause it should be a
ready for
negative
pavement?
gr-
Probably not quite.
okay, should be a negative grade to to Bennett Avenue once they're paved, so. Okay, no, okay, I didn't know.
No, and Councillor Fitzgerald, it was just, yeah, from the heavy rain, we did notice. We wanted to make sure before we did a knee-jerk reaction to pave the parking lot because of, closing weather, that we didn't create another problem for ourselves. And we do know, yeah, that we'll probably have to regrade it before paving regardless. We just want to make sure that that corner, because we do know, like, so the sod and the topsoil was not called for.
Okay.
And it's causing a problem.
So is the 10% gonna be enough for the whole back?
I guess that'll have to be determined when we look at the costing of if that's sod and topsoil. I mean, it's got to come out.
I think that would be
Will that
fine.
be done before the check is wrote? Just as a precaution,
I think 10% would be sufficient.
okay? No,
Yeah.
that's good. Good, I go with that. That's it for you?
Yeah, it's not been one
Can I
night.
get a motion for the finance committee? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. Moving on to check report.
Okay, as you can see, this, item B is check report. This is the accounts payable, I guess, basically to pay the bills for the town of Deer Lake, regular day-to-day operations. So I move that we accept the accounts payable report for October 6th, 2025, items number 1 to 51.
Moved. Second. Any questions? Motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carried. On to environment and housing report.
Environment Housing met on October 8th, 2025, and attendance was council in whole, except for Councillor Park, Jason Young, Town Manager, Director of Public Works, Dave Thomas, and Director of Recreation, Glenn Wiseman. From items 1 to 19, these are just for permits issued, and it's all for general repairs. Items number 20 for 98 High Street, for new business applications. Item number 20, 98 High Street, this is nightly rental business. It was advertised on September 28th, deadline of October 9th for comments. The town has received has received nothing. We recommend approval pending service NL. Item number 21, 6 Olivia Lane, nightly rental business, advertised September 28th, deadline October 9th for comments, nothing received, so we recommend approval pending service NL. For other items, item number 22 for 60 Nicholasville Road, it's for a storage shed. We wish to defer for more information so we can check the land survey. Item number 23 for 13 Wallace Place, residents seeking permission to have chickens. At this time, we're deferring committee to work with policy to create a permitting system to go with the regulations. Item number 24, number 3 Nicholasville Road, new hotel, seeking council support before proceeding with engineering. Proposal meets all town requirements. Committee recommends approval. I ask the council to accept the Environment Housing Report for October 8th.
So moved. All those in favor? Seconder? Look at this once, this is all new. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. On to Public Works.
Okay, Public Works meeting was held on October the 8th and at 7:25 PM. The minutes are in front of you. In attendance was Mayor Dean Ball, all councillors with the exception of Councillor Park, Town Manager Jason Young, Director of Public Works David Thomas, and Director of Recreation Glenn Wiseman. So this report is basically for information, FYI. So there are 7 items that were discussed. One, water treatment plant. So we've been doing trials with this facility for the past year now. We had some issues with the screens and plugging up reduced water pressure. So they have reached the end of the trials right now. They've basically figured out what the issue were, managed to properly size those screens. And new screens are arriving later this month to replace the defective ones that we received and put in operation earlier this year. So when these new screens are installed, the plant should be up and completed. Should be set up and completed. The warranty will begin after the new screens are installed, once we receive them. Number 2, the main lift station. And this is the one down by the Legion. Replacement of the lift station should begin this year. I've been informed actually that the contractor should be on site sometime this week, hopefully, to get started on this. So a complete new lift station will be installed, and while that is being built, the existing lift station will be maintained and operational. So Cahill has been awarded the construction of this project. Also, the new lift station will be a little bit farther downstream to the southwest of the existing one. Number 3, Main Dam Road. Marine finished up for this year. Unfortunately, they wouldn't go any further up the street, even though there's approximately $300,000 left in the project budget. So we're going to look at getting additional funding to complete the rest of the street to go along with the balance left from this year's contract. So hopefully we'll get the funding to complete the rest of Main Dam Road. Number 4, Spillway Lift Station. This project is near completion, as we only need to change 2 valves, which are on order, and hopefully we'll get those very soon. So the council actually carried out this project on its own, and by doing so, we saved close to $100,000. So that's quite a bit of savings there for sure. Number 5, Garden Road. Meridian Engineering was awarded, the project was awarded, and the project to have design water and sewer upgrade. It was found that the project will be over budget, so it will need to be decided if we have to scale back the project or look for other funding to have the project move forward. And number 6, White's Road Lift Station. Meridian was also awarded this contract, and it's to design a new lift station for White's Road. So they're continuing to work on the design, and when we receive the completed design, we will bring it to council for review. Number 7, capital funding applications for 2026. So we've applied for funding for the following projects for the upcoming year. There are 5 of them. 1, Riverbank Road upgrade, areas where the road is sliding out. So this has been an ongoing issue for many years. Number 2, Middle Road water and sewer upgrade. Number 3, Fifth Avenue water and sewer upgrade. Number 4, 2 lift station upgrades. One is at Riverbank Road and the other at Meadow Lane. And finally, number 5, booster station upgrades for Goose Arm Road and Elizabeth Avenue. So this completes the Public Works report.
Are there any questions?
Second.
Mover,
You moved.
Andrew, and second by Andrew, okay, perfect. Acceptance of, any questions? All those in favor of acceptance report? Okay, on to recreation.
Mayor, I want to declare a conflict of interest for item number 1.
Okay. So we'll want to do it on last? Okay, we'll do it on last. We'll just start off with item 2.
Okay, so we had our Department of Arts, Recreation, and Culture meeting on October 8th. It was committee as a whole, so Mayor Dean Ball, even though it's here. All councilors except for Councilor Park, our town manager, Jason Young, I believe Dave, you were there? No, you weren't there for that part, okay. And Glenn Wiseman, Director of Rec. The meeting started at 8:30 p.m. and we discussed the following items. Item number 2 was a swimming pool update. Swimming lessons began on Monday, October 7th. The swimming pool washrooms are currently undergoing renovations. During this time, male swimmers are using temporary change rooms on the pool deck and accessing the deck through the family changing room. Work is progressing with the removal and installation of new tiles, drywall, lighting, sinks, countertops, and washroom stalls. So that's for council information. Item number 3 is the bowling alley update. Youth Bowling Canada program and our evening 19-plus adult leagues are now in full swing, and we are currently accepting new league members. So that's for council information. Item number 4, the Arena Sports Park update. Staff at the arena have been busy outside this fall preparing for winter. The arena itself was also busy with all returning users participating fully. We have scheduled 70 hours of ice time each week for regular users and family skating sessions. The first senior hockey games will take place on November 1st, and the rec committee is awaiting council's decision on the request for proposal for skate sharpening. Oh, I'll leave that part out. I'll leave that out, sorry. And Sports Park project is complete except for fencing. And again, that's, I guess, pending what happens with the pavement and the grade that we've talked about earlier. And ABC Recreation will soon arrive to handle the winter shutdown of the splash pad. And this will be their only year. After that, they'll train our employees to handle that themselves. And item number 5, annex update. The new annex programming is fully organized for the winter season, including pickleball, Zumba, Pilates, step classes, as well as drop-in basketball and volleyball, among other things. And the schedule for all these programs are available in the main lobby of the rec center and on the recreational Facebook page. And that's for council information. So I'd like to make a move to accept these minutes, items number 2 to 5.
Move second. And be it noted that Councillor Strangemore, second was...
Mr. Park, Councillor Park.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we acceptance of the report from 2 to 5. Any questions? Anybody? One question? No questions? Acceptance of report. All those in favor? Okay. Now, Councillor Strangemore, you can step out for a couple of minutes? Pardon? Okay. Wow. Trained all over again.
Put him on a nice high stool, right?
Hey.
So item number 1, the Arena Pro Shop request for proposal. So the rec committee met to discuss the proposal for operating a pro shop in the arena, and the rec director was tasked with reaching out to some of the proponents to gather answers to the committee's questions, which were necessary for making an informed decision. After reviewing all the requests for proposals, the rec committee recommends accepting the proposal from RSA Skate Sharpening to operate within the arena, and we recommend approval. So I'll make a motion to accept the minute, or item number 1.
Second. Councillor Fitzgerald. Any questions?
Yeah, I got a couple. I think last time the previous council was involved with this decision, and some of the report we never had the background of the report, and we asked to review it so we can know what we are agreeing on or disagreeing on for making a decision. So I don't know if the new council has a chance to review the bids or the options and making the decision that we gotta make tonight, so.
I was brought up to speed on how the decision came about, and I guess I accepted the conditions, and with the amount of space, the limited space, I guess, you know, in past council made the best decision that they felt was suitable. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, yeah.
You know, that was,
Yeah, because it was brought by past committee to recommend award, and it was passed. It was stopped. But it was in Councilor Jones' defense. He did ask for the further information. I don't know if he received it
I
or
did
not.
receive, I didn't know if the rest
Oh,
of council
okay.
received it or Mr. Mayor received it.
yeah, I got a briefing, so it's, you know, it's for the space that we had allocated, and that was you know, that was a small room, that was the only option, was that space. I think the other, option would require a much larger, space, and it was gonna be more of a retail plus skate sharpening plus, and it would have required a lot more space. Fair statement? You know, so based on, I guess, the past council's decision to remain in the area that was set aside, and the only option was for that area, this was the only option available. Is that a fair statement? Otherwise, you know, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that a fair statement, or, you know?
I can't agree or disagree because I haven't seen all the information or had a chance to review, you know, the bids.
Yeah.
I can't comment on it.
What is the space they're using for this? Where's it
That
at?
the back Main Street entrance, that back room,
Okay, so
how much space is there?
none.
Not much.
So there's no place to put a pro shop. There's a place you put a skate sharpener and a few pairs of laces.
You got about a 5x6 space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, I just, I know for new councilors that's coming on, and I'm hearing what they're saying. I'm gonna ask to recommend to defer this, even though I don't want to ask that for the chair to defer this. I don't think the new councilors are up to speed on this recommendation, and I think they should have that info before they step into this. And I know as a new councilor, sometimes you feel you gotta do yes or no.
Yeah.
And, unless you guys are comfortable in what you're asking, but just, I would reiterate Councilor Jones's question, and be completely knowledgeable what you're voting for before you start.
Yeah, so, no, I appreciate that, and I would actually like to have a look at it. I do not want to delay this, so maybe if I can get the information first thing in the morning, and the other two, well, he's in conflict, so maybe Keith could have a look at it as well, and probably get back, you know, as soon as possible, within a day. So, then, you know, if everything is fine, then we can proceed to,
So could we recommend based on,
Are we allowed to do that, Mr. Manager?
Approval in principle based on,
Yeah, well, what we'll want from the new counselors is that we'll send out the documentation, but I will want in writing that you're accepting of the bid based upon the information received.
Yeah.
Because what happens, I just know from prior history, you send it out and silence is deafening, and then we had to make a decision,
yeah.
and we want to make sure I make the right one. So yeah, certainly, I can have it sent out, but I would appreciate to have written confirmation
Response soon as
saying that
possible.
you're in favor or you object because there's concern, so
Yeah.
either or, just to have it in writing.
yeah, I have
Yep.
no issues with that. I don't know,
Yeah.
Councilor Park, that's okay
Okay,
with him,
yep.
but we could even probably put a timeline on it, maybe within a 24-hour.
Yeah, I know, Lori, we've done that in the past, that, I mean, if 24, 48 hours is no response, then we're assuming acceptance
Yeah, sure.
of the information that's presented.
Are you okay with that, Keith?
Yep.
And Linda, you're good?
I appreciate that,
So-
thank you.
Pending.
So we
we
recommend
will
approval pending?
defer the item, approval principal deferred for at least 24 hours.
And I apologize for, boys, for delaying this, but I just, you know, just.
No, listen, this is a bit of
That's
a,
just
this is
the way
a
it
bit of a
goes.
unique situation. We have a crossover council. This is not, no need to apologize. This is not uncommon. And, again, it's, you know, we're all fine with that. I'm sure, can wait another 24 hours for sure.
Thank you.
So we'll defer item, approval in
Approve in
principle, but
principle.
deferred for 24 hours.
Yes.
And we need a all in favor.
Aye.
Contrary minded. Okay, approved. Now,
You didn't have to leave, yeah.
that expires the agenda. Our next meeting is on October the 27th. Our next public meeting is on October the 27th at 7:30. If there are no other business, I get a mover to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Councilor Jones. Still don't need a seconder, correct?
Only a second. We did it a while ago.
Meeting adjourned.